Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to educate you about the Baker Act and specifically what I call the internal habeas corpus petition. So the habeas corpus petition is the pleading that we file, and it's typically 8 to 16 pages long. It has all the facts, it has the statute, all the parts that apply to a particular case. There's case law attached and any exhibits that we feel that we need to attach. It's a document that I created about 6-7 years ago, and over time it's changed. We've modified it, right, based on changes to the law, based on cases that we've handled, and it's designed specifically for these Baker Act cases that we handle. Now, what happens is that once we draft it and the family member reviews it and signs it, it's filed with the clerk of the court. And then it's assigned to a judge, and it's e-filed because there's an e-file system that the lawyers have access to. And basically I could, as long as I got internet access, I can upload the documents to the e-file portal. I tell the portal which county I want this sent to, and whoosh, off it goes. Technology. Way back when, not to age myself, when I first started practicing law, we didn't have e-file. We used the mail. And I can tell you it was a very frustrating and slow process. But we now have this wonderful e-file system. Now, sometimes when a patient is being detained, they get told, you'd like to leave? Well, you need to fill out this, this petition, this habeas corpus petition, and they give them this document. It's like 1 or 2 pages long. And what happens is the patient is asked to fill it out. Now, there's barely enough space to even write anything, but here's what happens. The patient fills it out, and then it's given to the doctor. Think about this for a second. So the doctor that's illegally detaining the patient, who will not allow them to go home, is now going to review the habeas petition. I mean, honestly, do you think that the doctor's suddenly going to have a come to Jesus moment and say, I reviewed your habeas corpus petition. You're right. I'm holding you illegally. You should go home. I'm really sorry about this. Come on. It's just another way that the facilities manipulate the patient and the families and the law, okay? And most of the time, this thing ends up in the garbage. It's not even getting reviewed. It's just a joke. It's just a joke, okay? Listen, the patient does not have access to the e-file system, so how are they going to file it? How are they going to file it with a court? Okay, they don't have any of this access. So they just get told a bunch of BS. Fill out this petition. Okay, that's completely ridiculous, okay? And so what I'm trying to tell you is that if you want it done and you want to get your loved one out, it's got to be done right, okay? I don't call the facility and threaten them. I don't send them these silly letters that some of my other colleagues are doing and say, I'm here. If you don't let the patient go, I'm gonna do something. Well, now the facility knows that the lawyer's out there, and what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna circle the wagons. They're gonna document the file and make it look like the patient's a nutbag. Right? And if they don't forcibly medicate them to make things worse, I mean, seriously. So this has to be done, and it has to be done right. And that's why when you retain us, we're going to file the habeas petition, and we're going to do it correctly based on hundreds of cases that we've handled, okay, on a petition that I wrote many years ago. But this has to be done correctly. And if the facility is telling you that you can go and file, the patient can file a habeas petition, that's ridiculous. And just so you know, if you're a family member and you're not a lawyer, you can't file one on their behalf because you're not licensed as an attorney with the Florida Bar to represent that person in a court proceeding. So you can't do it either. It's got to be done by a lawyer. And it should be done by a lawyer who knows what the heck they're doing with these cases. And frankly, having had my own family member Baker acted, I certainly understand from a very personal perspective what this feels like. It's very, very frustrating and it's frightening, and I get that. But this has got to be done right if we're going to get your loved one home and get them home very quickly. So anyway, that is the, quote, internal habeas corpus petition. Don't listen to the facility. They're not here to help you. They simply aren't. And this is just another way that they just sort of try to move the proverbial goalposts. So anyway, if you have any questions or comments, please post them. I review all of them normally within a day. I'd love a thumbs up if you liked the video. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.